Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here. Hi.
Kimmy here.
I have Chewie and Solo. Yeah! So we recently saw Chewie, which was awesome on this show. That was so exciting.
Isn't that great?
That was great.
And Darth Vader, Kim has.
Oh no, you have Darth Vader. Yes, you
He's
do.
always on the sideline.
And Mom has Chewie as well. I love that.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
right.
He's all
He's-
Yes.
decorated.
So, oh my God. So we have this whole water battle going on. I think that's so neat. How different is that? As
Isn't
like a
that-
whole
Yeah, vortex.
fighting sequence,
My
like
gosh.
you have all these aquatic aliens fighting and able to move so quickly in the water, which makes sense. But to see even these people that we're following who always are on like rough terrain and more things that they're
and the
adapted
clones,
to.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just crazy. Even the clones, like everyone, like no matter where you are, you have to be adapted so you can fight. You know,
Yes,
because if you
that's
have a big
right.
war underwater
War
and you
has
don't
no
know what you're
boundary.
doing or how to like handle that,
It's so
that's a
much
huge
slower and
disadvantage.
faster. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
You have to
right
be
now,
prepared.
you have to be prepared. And right now, the Prince and Ahsoka are the only ones in Jar Jar too? Were they
Jar
the only
Jar.
ones that were
Jar Jar.
not imprisoned? Thank God they're taking
I-
prisoners and not killing everyone. I mean, they're
think
making them
ju-
slaves.
I thought just Ahsoka and Jar Jar, but
Oh, maybe. I think the
Okay.
Prince too. See,
Oh,
a week
okay.
goes by,
Okay.
and I'm like, I don't remember.
I
but-
know, right?
Yeah.
We get excited, right? When we start setting up, we're like, okay, what happened last time? And yeah, so
It's
I
like
do
that.
like the Prince. He is trying so hard. He is brave, and he's learning at the
Yes,
same time,
yeah.
which is scary
That's right.
because
I mean-
there's so
That's
much
right.
on his plate right now, and you got to make the right calls to make this work out,
that's right.
if it even will. So
He's
he's
learning.
humiliation. That there will be failure, but that's how you make a good leader. You know, you can't
That's
always
right,
have
yes.
everything your way.
and
Like,
people
you
just
gotta learn from
assume
the
he's a
bad.
coward.
Yeah, and
But
people
him-
want to see his face too, because a lot of people thought he was
Right.
dead, and seeing
Yeah.
him really brought back, you know, everyone's
Yes, it
spirit
did.
and
It did, yeah.
motivation. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, that's a lot now, and I'm hoping that they can somehow save their friends, and the Prince will look even better. You know,
I hope
trying to
so,
help
yeah.
his people out. So that'll be
with Jar
good.
Jar in the mix.
Oh,
It's
yes.
gotta
It's got to
happen.
yes.
I know, we always say
Yes,
that with
for
Jar Jar. And I'm glad so far. I love seeing all the Gungans helping everyone and how good they are underwater fighting.
Yeah.
And how Jar Jar didn't do all this calamity this time to make it work in his
That's
favor.
just
It
true,
might still
yes.
happen because that's all we've seen so far. But last episode, he didn't have that. Like, he fought, he protected his friends and allies,
Yeah.
and it was actually pretty cool. So we'll see what happens, but I'm totally thinking that way too, that maybe he's going to make some kind of big mistake that's going to work in their favor.
That's right.
Boy, I hope
Yeah.
so.
I hope so too.
Jar need some relief.
yay. Yeah.
And again, I have to know, because I say this a lot now, we've been seeing a lot of arcs where we have a lot of episodes with that same story for a few episodes. So it's kind of nice to see that, you know,
I
because
like
then we get
that,
really
yeah.
involved in it.
I
It's
do
usually
too.
intense. We get to learn new characters. And yeah, so I love our main characters actually fighting underwater. I think that's such
Oh,
a cool
that's-
idea.
Big time.
And scary, because
adapt.
Anakin too, like his helmet went off. Thank God for Ahsoka.
Oh,
And
yes.
it shows you how much of a weakness that is. You can't breathe air, you're screwed. And you're deep
That's
underwater,
right.
pounds of pressure all around you. Like
Yeah.
all
You
these
gotta be
things. So
careful, yeah.
luckily they're not far enough where your head's going to implode, I guess. Because you
Right.
can have
and
special
her-
suits.
Him and Padme had the helmets on, and there was a little light, so you're exposing
Also,
yourself
hello,
as well
beacon.
there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
well, yeah.
So there's a lot of things that you have to think about in this
Mm,
war,
be
you know.
careful. Yeah.
So this one's called Prisoners. So I'm hoping, and we see Ahsoka and we see the Prince. So I'm hoping they won't be in prison too. I'm assuming they're going to release the prisoners.
We
Right?
hope so. Yeah.
Release.
That's right. That's what I'm
positive.
thinking.
Yeah.
Especially with Jar Jar, we got this.
Yes, we got this. Are you guys ready?
Ready?
Okay. 403 prisoners.
Mm,
Crowns are inherited. Kingdoms are earned.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mon Cala Prince Lee Char has gone into hiding with Padawan Ahsoka Tano as his only protector.
Yes, you're right.
We're to use any means necessary to bring Prince Lee Char out of hiding, for he knows
muzzle
that
on.
hope does remain.
I know, like, how much pressure is that?
Yeah.
Like, if your
Oh my
prince
God.
is done, then you're screwed. I like those machines, though. Like swimming underwater.
I would have thought the prince would be easier to capture than the four of you.
Ooh.
Oh, just leave their helmets
Oh,
on.
don't show weakness.
There's
I will choke
plenty
you
of
to death.
suffering to go around.
Oh,
Electric
boy.
eels.
Yeah.
Eels. Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh.
God,
forever.
Get back!
The Corn and Moncala have always had a difficult relationship, but it was respectful until Rift Tamsin arrived. I know what I
Darn
must
Rift.
do. The Moncala and Corn people must be reunited. Moncala, Gungans, clones, if we all fought together, we would outnumber our opponent. We need Captain Akbar, and I think I know where to find him.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
I have interrogated the Jedi, my lord, but they will not give up the whereabouts of the prince.
The royal bloodline must be broken.
Count Dooku, is this necessary? The battle is won. The prince has no army to rally. We owe you everything.
Do not soon forget it. Tamsin,
boy.
have your soldiers arrived?
Yes,
boy.
Count.
They're all like him.
We now have the city under
Oh
fire.
yeah. Oh no.
It's true.
Saying he regrets
Got
it.
to get to him.
Oh, jeez.
It's a prison camp.
How can we be sure Captain Akbar's inside?
There's only one way to find out.
Ooh, now's the time to go in. But you
Yeah.
go in.
Yeah.
That's
Hopefully it
it.
doesn't cut
My
you up
gosh.
or anything when you go through.
Ooh.
Princely Cha? Are you a prisoner here as well?
I am here, but not as a prisoner.
Commander Tano.
Monk, am I glad to see you?
Yes, Commander, but you both must come with me now. You'll attract too much attention here.
The next time I appear to you, I will appear as your king.
Yeah.
Done. Go.
Hope so.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Can you imagine if he just dies? Like, oh no.
Oh, damn.
Your turn.
Unfortunate.
No.
You're gonna keep shocking him.
Oh, boy. You gotta keep shit.
I cannot afford
Oh,
to take chances.
Don't.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh great, it's fast.
Oh, jeez.
I knew you would survive the battle.
Captain, I need your help. I have a plan.
But the battle is over, young prince. And it appears that we have lost. The Quarren betrayed us. They assassinated your father.
The Corn are being used. Count Dooku has deceived them.
I'll be ready to fight. With our future king.
I'll marshal the remaining clones and Gungans.
Oh, well, scrap that idea.
Oh, just like that.
I demand to speak to your superiors.
This is bad though.
You're not in a position.
That like freaks me out.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We have located the prince and have him in custody.
By all means, bring him to me. I shall meet you in the throne room. I want that little one to see me in my rightful place. As ruler of this world.
Wait!
Okay, so.
Yeah.
You have to save her!
Ooh.
No,
He doesn't care.
I don't.
Oh, my gosh.
Use the force to push the water away from her helmet.
Oh, smart.
Oh, wow.
But how long can you keep that up for? Ew, what was that? Oh, gross.
Oh, maybe I
It
glued
worked.
it.
Yeah.
Gungan waterproofing. It's a why does it swim so good?
Excellent.
Hey, thank you. Can't complain, right?
Greetings, Prince. We meet again.
Meets again.
I have come to demand the freedom of my people. My people are all those who live in these seas, Moncala or Corrin.
See, he's gonna come on his
You
side.
have not come here seeking the aid of No Sarai.
Whatever differences our people had in the past, surely you must know we can work together to make Moncala whole.
Would you like to join this pitiful little fish and his dead
Can't say it
father?
right now.
As long as I live,
Oh.
I shall give all people of
Oh, don't say it
Moncala
like
hope
that.
to fight
Not
another
that.
day.
You're gonna die.
Unite and we will defend our home.
Come on, you can do it.
He just can't do it now. I'm hoping
No.
he does it like,
Just go behind
He's
as
not
soon as you
aware.
leave the throne room.
yeah, look and wink or use some
Yeah,
kind of
he's
like
looking.
echo.
Less talking, Helps.
I know, because he keeps
yeah.
smiling. You're getting shocked and I'm not now.
Oh.
I wonder if those eels will actually like
yes.
rebel if they were out of their like clamps. Because they're being held where they are.
They might,
They
yeah.
might, but
Because they're like slaves too.
yeah.
Good job protecting the prince.
It's all part of the plan, Master.
I was hoping you were gonna say that. Anything I can do?
I command the execution of former
Jesus.
Prince
Come on.
Licha.
Now Sarai and the Quarren are with you.
Good.
Oh, good. Finally. Yes.
Oh, he's inking. Oh, good.
Oh, good.
All right, all
Yeah,
three.
excellent.
Woohoo!
Woohoo, yeah.
Haha, good.
Yeah, good.
Soka's amazing.
Great.
And she's freeing the eels. She's not killing them, it seems like. Ooh. No.
Oh,
Well, here you go.
hey, Jojo.
He's a good fighter. Woo!
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, get the Star Wars music going
Yeah,
on. Yeah,
that's
it's cool. Die.
No.
Sorry, guys.
Come on, somebody get this guy. Oh,
Ooh, and just like stabs it into them.
Ooh.
Crap. And blows him up. That was violent. Yes, please.
I killed your father.
oh, he can't get it out.
Good. I hope it works.
Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
How gory with
Good,
flesh
good
chunks
round.
in his head. Whoa.
Wow.
Long
He
live the
proved
prince.
himself there.
Yeah.
Bye, Thompson.
Yay.
I like how he doesn't go
Yeah,
right to the
that's-
throne. He wants to talk to him.
That's good. I like that too.
Yeah.
Your father would be so proud.
I know.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
As representative of the Quarren people, I pledge our loyalty to you.
King Licha.
Yay!
I know. Yay.
Yeah.
Like bowing.
Excellent.
That's
That's
good,
so
yeah.
good. That was so
That was
good.
so
I
good.
enjoyed that a
Yes.
lot.
Yes.
Whew, finally got rid of Riff.
Yeah,
I know,
that's right.
wow.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So I was hoping, of course, they would win, and the prince,
My
I wanted
goodness.
to survive because that would be a lot more meaningful because they have so much faith in the prince and he has to survive to keep their hopes up. But, you know, like in a real world, he might not survive, and the odds are against him a lot.
My gosh.
So I love
Tremendously.
how it was good at the end that he was crowned king, and the way Riff died, man, even right before he
Oh,
took out
yes.
all those other guys, and not only stabbing them, they blew up, they disintegrated into flesh chunks. Like,
Yeah, gross.
ew, like that was, I think that was the most goriest thing we've ever seen in the show. We see stabbings and stuff, but you never see it like right in your
Yeah, right
face. It's
face,
like you see
yeah.
the characters' faces or it's like far away, but this was full on gore blowing people
It
up. I'm like,
was.
holy
Gosh,
crap. And seeing Riff's head floating there. We've seen
Oh,
like,
yes.
you know, like
Jaws.
clones.
Yes.
Yeah, like their heads,
Yeah.
like, you know, we see like the helmets of the clones
Yes.
sometimes being beheaded, but even though that's still absolutely terrible, you don't see their actual heads. And because he's a shark, we're not relating to him as a human, but still, like, it's floating there. He's dead. You blew him up. So that was such a cool scene. I love how he did that.
That's right, yes.
And he had to have
Keep
good
his
aim.
hands there.
He had to focus, so it wasn't going to be like right then and there. You know, he had to act quick because he was getting attacked, but he
Yes.
was beelining right for him. But I like how it didn't work right away. Like, he stabbed him, thank God he hit him. And because Riff was so like, rah, like, I'm better than you, and just so tunnel vision again. The prince, like, obviously was going to throw that at him. And the fact that he's a good swimmer and Riff didn't even avoid it, he just got hit and goes, rah, I'm going to take this
good
out.
job, yeah.
And how cool, like, it's a bomb that you pierce your flesh with, and it has those, like, arrowhead, like, hook things that come out.
Right,
so you
like
can't
a fish
pull it
hook,
out.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Ooh, so he's trying to get it out because he's just so aggressive. And he's like, oh, I'm going to rip this out anyways. When you just stabbed all these people, you know how this thing works. It's not going to come out, but he's trying desperately to do it.
Right, yeah.
And how the prince had to really breathe, focus to get true aim to shoot.
How brave was that?
Yeah, so you couldn't just go bang bang, get it like the
was.
first 2 times, and call it a day. Like no,
and just eye to eye, just
eye to eye. So
would
that was
not
like
carry
as
down.
brave as you get, right?
Yes.
Like that was so amazing. And
That was very good.
I like how different species actually came together again, because you can easily get messed up when you have people, of course, killing each other,
Yes.
and you have wrongdoings by certain people, and then a whole race can be against it.
That's right.
But how the prince is like, yes, Riff killed my father and stuff, and he's trying to bring all the people together, and I'm glad that worked out well for everyone.
Yes,
Very
both,
good.
they can both live, and
Right.
Peacefully together. Yeah.
and they defeated him, and that was incredible.
goodness,
How
yeah.
he got the leader to, but we kind of saw
That's
that
right.
because he was questioning. Do we have, he was questioning all along Riff's,
Yeah.
intentions and such. But it was good that they got that leader, and he's the one who rallied everyone together at the
That's
end.
right.
and
That
said,
was good.
I'm representing the car people, and you are my king.
That's
That
right.
means.
Yeah, so he's going to be a really good leader, and I'm so
Yeah.
happy about that, because we love
Me
seeing
too.
good come out of it. We know how bad things get later. As most of you know, we do live in the moment, because we do get reoccurring comments saying that, oh, well, don't you remember that this happens later? Like, we are aware of that, but in the moment, it's good to see really good leaders.
Yeah, because you don't want to just look at something and say, oh,
Yeah, like all the
it's
negative, So I'm happy that they have good leadership right now. They won this war, this civil war. And Padme, like, we know that she'll survive the Clone Wars, but it was scary still. Like, what a way to be tortured. Like, you're going to slowly drown. You're deep underwater. There's
Yes.
nowhere to go.
Yes.
She had a new helmet at the end, but time must have passed. She must have reset her,
I'm so
got a new
glad.
helmet or something for the
Yeah.
whole crowning. That was scary. And Jar Jar, I'm glad again
Yes, he
there
came
wasn't
like that.
calamity.
He sealed. Yes.
Right, Mom,
Yeah.
He
right.
sealed her helmet. Yeah, it's very
That was
good.
great. That was
Yeah.
so great.
with
And
his special.
it was so
sealant.
gross.
Hey, it still sealed it.
Hey,
It
whatever
was
works.
gross,
whatever,
but good
right?
aim. It took one
Yeah,
quick
right.
thought and
Good for
aim,
him.
and he aimed true, and he got it, and gross.
That's right.
But there was no calamity, and I almost joked during this episode saying, oh, I hope he does something to help this situation, but he didn't, and I'm happy he's moving away from that, because
Yeah,
they made him
that's
so
good,
one-dimensional in that way that he is lovable, but I don't like it when, that's all he's about, and that's all we know
Yeah,
him
and
for.
right off the
That's
bat,
right.
when he was talking to his leader, the Gungan leader, about what, just go for it. We don't have to
Go for it,
question
yeah.
if we're going to do it or not. And he listened to him, so he is.
good.
He is highly
getting his
respected. Yeah, respected. So that's good. But yeah, so it was scary for Padme, and with Anakin actually showing worry and being like, "Don't hurt her! I swear to God," or whatever he said. He got really angry. I was like, "Ooh!" And then Riff
That's
looked
a
over at
weakness
him. I was
for
like,
Riff.
"That's a weakness. He might actually really do something to Padme there
Yes.
now." And again, I know she survives this, but
Right.
I was
in,
like, "What
in
is
the
he going to do? We
moment.
don't know what happened in between. How injured is she going to get? Are you going to lose a finger? Did she have a finger in the movies?" I was kidding. But I'm trying to think, like, what are they going to do to her? But how scary. So to break her helmet just enough so it slowly starts to drown her. And I know we saw Anakin push a button last episode, I think it was, where when his helmet came off, he got his helmet back, it was filled with water, and he drained it. So I'm like, maybe she can keep draining it, but I don't know if that's going to, like, drain the power.
And
too
she was
much.
tied up, so could she
Or
get
they're-
to the? Yeah.
Yeah, or they're gonna have to do the force thing for like ever, because
Yeah, that's right.
and they're not, they're not winning the battle. At that point, they weren't. So it's like, what are you gonna do there? So I'm glad Jar Jar, quick thinking and awesome gross spit, saved Padme in that moment. So Akbar was the general guy, right? So I know him as it's a trap, and we're a little slow with certain characters because again, we've only seen the Star Wars movies once, and you guys always remind us of certain things that happened, and we saw Star Wars like a while ago now. But we keep seeing this one alien, Akbar, I guess, and, from the movies, I always see shirts of him, and I guess he's the one who goes, "It's a trap." I think I remember from the movies, but I know that from our brothers, because they always say that, and then I think Tom has a shirt that actually has Akbar on it that says, "It's a trap." So that was him, I guess, yeah. And I'm sure you guys are letting us know in the comments. We are a little ahead with Clone Wars and Patreon's 1 week ahead, so we do get and hear what all of you have to say, but sometimes it's a little delayed in our responses just because of where we are actually reacting. But this was good. So very energetic, positive outcome.
I loved it. I really loved it. It was great. It was good to get everyone together last minute. They didn't lose hope. Hope was
Yes,
the
that was good.
hope.
Hope is always a huge thing. You need to have hope. Like, you can't be blind to things. Like, you can't just focus on one thing. You can't give up, but hope really can go a far way.
That's
it can really
even when
help
the
you
odds
out.
are all against you. They
right.
were all those prisoners.
Now Lee Char, he has his crown.
It was a
That's
nice crown
right.
too.
It's
At
nice,
first
too,
they brought
yeah.
out that clamshell thing. Like I was thinking
Yeah.
that was like a head or something. I don't know. It looked like teeth, and I'm like, what is that? Like what kind of
Yeah.
ritual is
Oh,
this? But
I had
every
a
culture is
feeling
different.
was in
But
there, yeah.
and it
Right,
made
yeah.
sense. It was a crown. I know. I just my mind just goes weird sometimes. And
That's
I'm like,
right.
what is that?
Oh
yeah,
my
I know. What is that
God.
food? There you go. You got to eat this now in front of everyone to make it
Oh,
official.
geez, yeah.
With the eels too, I like the idea of them
Yes.
being caged with the eels, and I know they're nasty, they're wild, but they were also clamped tightly together, and they're wriggling like
Right,
they're trying
they
to
were
escape.
ticked up.
So they're
Yes.
probably just
Yeah.
mad. So it's not like
Yeah.
they're evil. They were just mad because they were contained, and then they're getting poked and prodded to electrocute whoever's
That's
like around
right.
them. So they keep attacking Anakin, but I'm glad it looked like Ahsoka just cut them free and they took off. I was hoping that they would
And maybe
be...
they grow.
Gotcha.
Maybe it'll grow back.
Oh,
Some
yeah?
of them were cut with the lightsaber.
Oh, ooh.
Okay.
Well,
With
yeah,
Kit.
because I guess she's working quit and stuff. Yeah, Kit's like, I don't
Wait,
care.
no, sorry.
Screw you guys, you're electrocuting us. Like, I
Yeah,
come,
yeah.
but then
We
you
need these
you
Jedis.
die.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but yeah,
my
so
gosh.
yeah, hopefully they'll grow back or whatever. But they just seemed like wild, angry beasts that were getting, not tortured, but they were being held against their will.
Yeah, and I think
They're
it was
lesser
just going
eels.
to be the way of what Riff wanted. He wanted everything to be a slave.
Mhm.
Everyone
right,
to
yeah.
be a slave. So
Yeah.
it totally
I love how they show that. They give you perspectives, and even in everyday life with what we have too. It's like all these different
Right,
perspectives on what people want and power and trying to have peace and so it's really relatable, and I like how they show that in this, especially with kids watching, because then they can really understand more on what the real world is
Yes,
like too.
definitely.
One last thing, Riff bringing in more of his species into the mix, like that was scary. So luckily there
Yes,
weren't a ton. There was only like 3 or 4 other ones that we saw. There's probably a lot
Yeah,
more off screen
gosh.
maybe, but yeah, how lethal is that? And they're just so monstrous. Like they'll just go after and like rip you to shreds, and they don't need just weapons. They have their whole head as a weapon.
Yeah,
that's
So
right.
it's
They
scary,
do.
but wow.
So
So
indeed.
very good episode. Thanks guys for watching.
Yes.
Please subscribe. Check out our Patreon. It's a week ahead. So if you're watching on YouTube, the next episode should be available right now on our Patreon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy holidays, and we'll see you very soon.
Happy holidays.
Woo. Bye guys.
Bye-bye.